Well, welcome back. It's time for the first tow with the F350. So as you know in previous videos, if you've been watching, the Tahoe lost its transmission, what, a couple months?
Yeah, a couple months ago.
A couple months ago. I can't keep track of time. But that's been down since. And then with the house selling, we've been planning on getting it up to Indy. The plan was to do it here this weekend. Had a little bit of a family emergency to deal with, so we're leaving early. So we'll be leaving tomorrow morning. So went and picked up the U-Haul trailer today. So now the fun part of getting it loaded. So Tahoe's over that way. I always complain about the sloped driveway and fighting that.
Maybe it's a good thing. On this stint.
Oh, yeah, hold on. But I'm going to use the driveway and the hill to my advantage today. So the plan is to get my Jeep from out of the carport, go hook up the Tahoe, tow it around to the top of the hill here, and then let the hill do the work and just roll it onto the trailer. Sounds great in theory. We'll see if it works or not.
Who knows if it will.
But we'll do that, get the trailer loaded up, and then tomorrow morning we'll start heading our way toward Indiana. And then as we do that, we'll also kind of do some review stuff on the truck, what we've thought of it. And we'll piece together as we go what we've learned, what we're learning, what mile per gallon is, how it tows, all that good stuff. So we'll go ahead and get started on getting the Tahoe on this trailer.
We're doing this again. Seems like not too long ago we did this.
Yep. Now I will say one of the good things about the Jeep, probably my favorite thing, it doesn't yell at me if I don't wear a seatbelt.
Yeah, all the rest of the cars do.
It's our only vehicle that doesn't yell at me.
Actually, the Tahoe I don't think does either.
I thought it did after a certain amount of time.
No, I don't think so. I could be wrong though.
That's your vehicle though.
Yeah, it's not yours.
All right, I'm gonna need your help now.
Okay.
So dirty I can't hardly see the line of that one. Okay. So I'm gonna have you stand kind of back here, just make sure it looks like I'm coming in right. Don't stand directly in front of it. You want to be kind of off to the side. I don't know if I'll have enough momentum to get up the ramp or not.
Yeah.
So we'll see how much momentum I have. This ramp's a little crooked. Here goes nothing. Does that look about lined up?
I think
Okay, you put it neutral. I'm gonna see if I can push off of this now. Well, if I go slow, I don't have momentum. Neutral. Hold the brake when it's back. There you go. Stop. Put it in park. Ah, I screwed myself.
One tire was lined up perfect, just not the other.
It's one thing about Shanna. She has low confidence in herself. So she doesn't want to commit to anything until she really thinks it over. Which when you're rolling down a hill toward ramps and she's contemplating whether you're lined up, doesn't work out right.
Well, you're going too fast.
So one tire's on about right, but the other's, it's on the ramp, but a little bit further over than I'd like it. So now I gotta get it back up the hill, which is the problem, and then try again here. Oh yeah, now we got all right, well, Tahoe's on the trailer. We didn't get it on video.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, Shanna got a little on video, but not most of it. One of the things we're really gonna miss about this house and this neighborhood is we've had so many good neighbors. So I was in the process of pulling the Tahoe backwards to line it up for a second attempt, and a couple different neighbors were going by and saw it, and they popped in, "What are you doing?" So we ended up with a group of us pushing it up on the trailer. So made it pretty easy that way.
Yeah, a
So-
lot easier.
So it's cool having nice people around. So that's part of why we are thinking about maybe having a small place here and buy land somewhere, but I don't know. It's gonna be hard to leave this place for good, so we'll see on that. But she's up here. I'm just gonna ratchet it down, get all the tie straps on, and then tomorrow morning, first thing, we head to Indiana.
I'm excited. Know where to hook it to?
Well, they ran the brake line right by where you need to strap it to.
I'm getting ready.
Well, it's about 7 a.m. We're about to take off. I want to show you something real quick on these U-Haul trailers. So you can see it's got this other latch system instead of a normal pin that you would hook, but the pinhole is down here. The problem with that, you put the pin in that way, a standard pin doesn't come out far enough. So we planned on driving 10-15 miles anyway and stopping and checking all the straps on the trailer back here. So there's a Walmart about that distance. I'm gonna go to Walmart, see if I can find a longer pin. You'd think U-Haul would supply it since it's a non-standard thing, but they don't, so I'll see if I can find one. Okay, you can see we've got 1,280 miles on the truck. We're in tow haul mode. I'm gonna go ahead and reset trip one here. So we'll be able to see this will be towing about 7,200 pounds. Then one other thing on this, the 10 speed when you're towing, the 9th and 10th gears really get to be a little excessive. So once I get rolling, I will use the little buttons on the gear selector, and I'm gonna lock out 9th and 10th gear, and then we'll see how that goes. So it's gonna work for now. It's a 5/16 hole. They just had the 1/4 inch locks. So it'll work. But yeah, we're at Walmart, it was like $9. Might rattle a little, but it's on.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, and people just take off with the trailer.
Well, I'm more concerned with it coming loose, but
Yeah, well, that too.
safety first, Shanna.
I know.
But all right, back on the blinded me with your phone.
Sorry.
So we decided to call it a day for today anyway. Let's see, we did 360 miles today, so not too bad. We're somewhere in Kentucky.
Somewhere.
So not a bad day on it. As far as towing, this thing did fantastic. So whoa.
That was a helicopter.
Yeah, we're under attack. So a couple caveats to our numbers here. We took no interstates. The U-Haul trailer we got is rated for 7,800 pounds gross weight rating. The trailer's 2,200. The Tahoe's 5,200. So right there puts us at 7,400. So we're almost maxing it out. And I mean, we're not TFL here. We're not trying to like torture test the daylights out of this. But being at the limit of the trailer too, the other problem with these U-Haul trailers, they're only rated for 55 mile an hour. So I'm sure the tires are the limiting factor there. So I'm not really comfortable putting that thing at max weight and then getting on the interstate doing 70. And I don't want to be the guy doing 60 on the interstate slowing everybody down, so we just took back roads.
And when you get to 60, it's...
Yeah, you can tell. Being a dual axle trailer, it looks like they replaced one set of tires, but not the tires on the other axle. So then you get over 55, it does have a vibration to it. So that's a trailer problem, not a truck problem. So having said all that, we did from central Georgia across North Georgia, all of Tennessee, part of Kentucky, and we averaged 9.6 miles a gallon. So a lot of hills. The engine braking did really good on the declines, so had to get used to that a little bit. And I'm sure diesel would have done way better, but for what we do, this is perfect. And even if we do upgrade campers, it would be a while down the road. So this being 7,400 pounds, our camper maxed out's 4,500. So at least for a while, that's going to be just easy. But other than that, we're calling it a day. Hang out at the hotel, get some dinner, do all that. And then we'll start in the morning, and tomorrow should be the easy part of the journey.
Yep. I'll be excited.
Okay, well, it's morning of day 2 here.
And it's his birthday.
Yeah. So, happy birthday. To another couple states.
Hey, I told him this morning, we're getting the one thing we needed to check off before we moved. So he got his truck this year. We're gonna move.
Yep, it's falling in, but haven't had caffeine yet, so it's too hard to get excited about it. So it'll be stop number 1, and then Indiana will be stop number 2.
I'm excited. I'm ready to get the Tahoe to Mitch's house and just be done with the trailer.
Yep. So, time to hit the road.
Okay, Jeff.
Can I get that for my next birthday?
Oh, yeah. What's your wise wisdom?
I don't know if I'd call it wisdom, but when you wake up on your 44th birthday and you realize you're selling off everything you own to go live in the woods and start over, you do have moments of doubt.
I don't know.
So, good little reflection, but so now I don't know, just weird.
I think it'll be fun.
It'll be fun, but like I said, most people hit this age and their kids go to college, they travel, they buy convertibles, they go get a condo downtown or something.
Well, you got to look at us. We've never done anything conventional.
I'm selling off everything I own, moving to the woods, and gonna see if I can build a house before I turn 50.
Yep. I think we can.
So, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But outside of that, yeah, I got no wisdom. If I had more wisdom, I'd be a lot further than I am now.
Might have a little bit more money than we do. I don't know. I'm kind of excited. It'll be interesting. It's the unknown.
Yeah. That's for sure.
And I'm ready to get packed up, get the kid in college, and then just head out.
I'm ready to see how much money we actually end up with after all the dust settles here, so
yeah, that too.
We can see what we can actually afford, because
yep,
our dreams and aspirations might not match up with our finances.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
so we'll see where that compromise ends up.
I don't know. We might end up in the trailer a little bit longer,
but
to save some money.
On the positive side, my truck's badass.
It is. It's done very well towing. I've been very impressed with this truck.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yes, it does.
Wait till I get the intake and exhaust on it.
Yeah. Let's get the Tahoe running first. Tahoe is priority 1.
I need intake, exhaust, tune.
Get this Tahoe running, and then I'll let you do some stuff to the truck. Is that a good deal?
It's a deal. As long as I afford the truck stuff between building the said house and developing property.
And you'll just have to use this truck for a while, and then we'll go from there.
Yep. I got to build a barn to work on stuff in first.
Yes, because you got to get some kind of lift. We got enough old vehicles. You need a lift.
Definitely.
You can't keep bugging Mitch for help.
And I need a good working area too. Uh-oh, hold on. It's time to get up. I need a good enough working area and a selection of tools that instead of like hauling stuff to other people, I can just fly someone to me if I need help.
Yeah. Yep, we need to do that. I think we're going to end up at least flying or having people drive down for help a lot if we start building.
If I build something big, I'm going to be asking for some favors.
Yep. I don't know. We'll see how it goes and see what we do.
Yeah, prepping foundations and setting rafters and some of that stuff I can't do solo.
Oh, no. Oh, between the two of us, we can't do it. We have to have manpower.
And maybe I could, but I guess there's where wisdom comes in. Being 44 and by myself in the middle of the woods, I'm wise enough to know not to try to do it myself.
Yeah, that's true.
There's the age and wisdom.
Yep.
Okay. My U-Haul trailer, I'm getting smoked by a semi.
Yep. Well, you're driving cautiously. The semi's like, screw it, I got somewhere to be. Well,
we're going up a hill. It's a 55 mile an hour speed limit, and I'm doing 60.
Yeah.
So that tanker is hauling.
Yeah. Truck's doing good. I like this thing. We're heading on. We got that long till we get there. Plus stops and gas and...
Should only need one gas stop.
That'll be nice.
One stop for gas and then the rest of the way there. And once we get into Indy, it's all flat and the mileage is going to get better anyway.
Yeah, the mileage hasn't been bad. I mean, if you think about it.
So yesterday was the most inclined part of the trip. So I've made that my trip 1. I did the numbers on it. Now I've got trip 2 reset for this half. But trip 1 I kept going so I can see the total up to Indy. Because I know it's going to... So yesterday was like 9.6 mile per gallon. But that was in hills, so I'm going to be curious in Indy what this thing does on flat ground while towing.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, we'll take interstates, but not be towing, so then I'll be able to get that mileage too.
Well, I look at it this way. Tahoe was doing with our first camper about what this truck is doing with this, pulling the Tahoe.
Well, and you don't buy a heavy-duty truck with a gas engine for gas mileage.
Oh, no. Not at all. That's not a gas mileage car. We never buy gas mileage cars. We like our big cars and we put gas in it.
Yep. Screw the planet.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we used to have a car that did good, but...
I'm being environmentally conscious. I'm trying not to make those little kids do slave labor in cobalt mines and strip the earth just to keep these EVs going. So
yeah,
I'm going with old-fashioned American burning oil.
Yeah. Like it.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's hard. It's kind of boring.
Yeah. Yeah, not a fan of that one.
Yeah, the other one was like a brighter blue and red and stuck out more. Now it almost blends in.
We're officially in Indiana.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, once it goes over this bump, it's gonna just go. There's no way I'm getting it back on there. All right, well, Tahoe's off the trailer. So now I'll go take the trailer back, get to her parents' house, and then back to our regularly scheduled weekend.
Yep.
You learning how to tow stuff.
That's funny. He told us last minute.
Past last minute.
Yeah.
Well, just dropped off the trailer and filled the gas tank one last time. We started full, we're ending full, at least for the Indiana portion. So I was gonna go ahead and update on the gas mileage I got towing from Georgia to Indy. So go ahead and show you here real quick. So trip 2 is just what we did today. So 273 miles, average 10 miles a gallon. And the total trip, 635 miles at 9.8 miles per gallon. So, like I said a little bit ago, that's a lot of hills. And I don't go easy on it. This thing does have an eco mode, but I thought about putting it in there and see what it does, but I was like, I'm never gonna drive in eco mode, so who cares? But 10 miles a gallon, towing 7,500 pounds, pretty good for what it is. So we're here, Tahoe's unloaded. On the way home, we'll see what we can do. Not sure what we'll get into, but we'll update you a little bit, and then when we get home, we'll do a full review of the truck and let you know how the rest of it went. And one thing I almost forgot, that trip computer showed 9.8 mile per gallon. I've calculated through, me doing the math on it's 9.2. So, ballpark. So, between a little bit of pump error or that, call it in between, probably 9.5. Okay, well, we're about halfway home. The trip in Indy was half due to a family emergency, so can't say it was a great trip back there, but it was nice seeing some family and connecting with people. Now we're trying to get home. We're at a weird point. We left early, been making great time. So we're deciding whether to just drive straight through and be a grueling day, but we'd get there today, so we're just outside of Chattanooga making that decision. If Shannon has her way, I got a feeling we're going straight through. But so far, like I said before, the way up, no interstates, the way back's been all interstate. This truck's awesome on the interstate. When I get home, I'll let you know what the mileage is, but so far it's fantastic. It's super comfortable. But we do miss our camper.
Yes, we do. Very much so.
So hopefully next trip we got the camper, just hitting these rest stops and being able to get in your own camper, have your own food, all your stuff. Just nicer.
And the restroom that
isn't nasty. But yeah, so we might get a little footage of the trip here through North Georgia, but next stop should be pretty much home other than getting some gas. And then we'll kind of sit down and go through how the truck did, what final gas mileage was, and all that stuff.
We had a little boo-boo on the way.
First damage on the truck.
We knew it was gonna happen.
But yeah, following a semi and a rock came up, so. Well, we got back about 8 o'clock last night. Didn't feel like doing any wrap up at that point. It was a long day. So the trip back was 640 miles or so, I think. I'll get in there and look at the trip odometer in a second. Truck did awesome on the way back. So like I said, on the way up we took back roads, did 55, 60 mile an hour most of the way and pulled 7,400 pounds. Way home was no trailer, just us. We took interstates. So on interstate driving we hit a lot of construction. We saw a motorcycle go under a Tahoe, a couple other wrecks. It was an eventful trip back. But interstates, so when it wasn't backed up, we were doing 75 to 80 mile an hour. Truck handles awesome. As far as mileage, even with all that said, that big old truck got back and it was, I think I averaged right at 15 mile a gallon on the way back, which is better than I expected.
That's a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, so 10 mile a gallon towing, 15 not. But yeah, so overall, we were thrilled with the truck. And getting 15 mile a gallon on the way back made me feel a lot better too, because I know the diesels get better mileage, but not that much better. And the gallon of diesel for the cost difference, and then the cost difference of adding the diesel engine, and for as little as we tow, 7.3 was definitely the right decision. So thrilled with that, thrilled with the truck. But next we'll be towing the camper. So as good as this towed that Tahoe, you figure it's between a car hauler and that Tahoe being on there, it's not exactly balanced properly, and heavier than our camper. So it should be just super easy towing the camper. I'm looking forward to that now. Then other than that, yeah, no complaints really on the truck. We had a little glitch on the way up where it was saying there was a trailer connection problem, which looked online, and I guess the 2021s had some module, there was a recall they replaced. But then other people said you just put some dielectric in the connectors, because if those aren't connected perfect, it's so sensitive it'll think the trailer is basically disconnected.
But we think maybe that light on the trailer was acting up too.
I mean, it's a U-Haul rental trailer, so I don't know if it's sensitive to the way they had stuff. So, but once we get our camper, if that ever happens again, I'll address it at that point. It only happened once on the way up. But yeah, towing was great with it, so hope you enjoyed watching. Stay tuned, we'll have more towing videos with the trailer. We'll have
a lot of stuff going on.
We don't even know what will be going on. We gotta, now property hunting starts, we'll be camping in the meantime till we find a property, and then either renovating a house on the property or building one from scratch and a barn and all that good stuff. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned to see what happens next, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.